What's an unwritten rule in your household that would seem bizarre to outsiders? When my husband died, I made my kids recite, "Tomorrow is always kinder," every night before bed. They never knew it was the last thing their dad said before a drunk driver took him from us. The accident turned me into a different kind of mom. I'd wake up at 3 a.m. just to check if they were breathing. I installed cameras in every room. I made them text me their location every hour, and if they were even 1 minute late, I'd call the police. My oldest, Rory, was 13 and started to hate me for it. He'd slam doors and scream that I was suffocating him. My youngest, Adam, was only 7 and didn't understand why his friends weren't allowed to sleep over anymore. One night, Rory had a basketball game. His team won, and everyone was going for pizza after. I said no. He looked at me with so much hatred and said, "Dad would have let me go." I slapped him. The second my hand touched his face, I saw my husband's disappointment. That night, as I made them say our phrase, Rory whispered, "I wish it was you instead of Dad." I pretended not to hear him, but those words ate at me. The next morning, I found a diary under his bed. He wrote about wanting to run away, about hating how I'd changed. Reading his words broke something in me. I realized I wasn't protecting them. I was traumatizing them. That night at dinner, I told them I was going to therapy. Rory rolled his eyes and said, "Great, now we have to say that stupid phrase to a stranger too." I explained that the phrase was their dad's last words. The fork dropped from Rory's hand. Adam started crying. "Daddy knew he was going to die?" he asked. I told them everything. How their dad was trapped in the car, how he smiled even though he was in pain, how he made me promise to tell them that tomorrow would be kinder. Rory ran to his room. When I followed, I found him clutching an old baseball cap, the last gift his dad gave him. "I didn't know," he sobbed. "I've been so awful to you." I held him as he cried, something I hadn't done since the funeral. The next day, I took down most of the cameras. I extended their curfew. I let them have friends over, but every night they still wanted to say those words. It became different though. Less of a rule, more of a promise. A year later, Rory had another basketball game. His team won again. This time, when he asked to get pizza with his friends, I said yes. He stopped at the door and said, "Mom, I'll text you every 30 minutes. Not because you make me, but because I want you to know I'm safe." I thought I was getting better, until I got a call from Rory at 10:30 p.m. My heart stopped when he said, "Mom, I need you to stay calm." He'd gotten into a fender bender. No one was hurt, just a dented bumper. But all I could think about was his dad. I broke every speed limit getting there. When I arrived, Rory was sitting on the curb, completely fine. The other driver was a teenager too, crying because she thought her parents would kill her. Instead of freaking out, I hugged them both and called the girl's parents. That night, as we said our phrase, Adam asked, "Do you think Daddy sees us?" Before I could answer, Rory said, "He better, because I'm finally becoming the big brother he wanted me to be." He pulled Adam into a headlock, both of them laughing.